Death Wish Update. Brought to you by Death Wish Coffee. Wake the cup up!
Hey everybody, we made it to Wednesday, and you'd think as the guy who's on the camera and also running the camera and doing all those things that I would be ready when the guy hits the button to start it, who's also me. You think that I would tell myself to be ready, but I'm not. So you probably saw this a little bit. And by the way, because we live in the most amazing world in 2020 where the internet is a playground and I can be anywhere now, I'm in one of my favorite places in the world. I'm in the Simpsons living room as a homage to the hat I'm wearing today, my Duff hat. Right before this pandemic really hit everywhere and we were all, told to stay home, stay safe, and quarantine ourselves. My wife and I got to go down to visit our family in Florida, and I got to go to Universal Studios and have a Duff beer at the Duff Brewery in Universal Studios, and I bought my hat. So I figured, why not start the show off in the Simpsons living room? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Hello on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. I'm watching all of you guys over in the comments. I will say hi to Homer. And I also agree. I'm seeing so many comments fly by my face. Amber says over on Facebook, I can't keep the days straight. Me either. Not only cannot keep the days straight, but I found out that this Friday is a holiday because it's Good Friday. So this is technically a Thursday and not a Wednesday of the workday, and it's weird. And Taya keeps telling us that in the morning, and it keeps screwing me up because I keep going to the morning meetings thinking it's one day, and she says it's another day, and it's pandemonium. Our meetings are pandemonium anyways. If you haven't seen the recent blog that I wrote about how you can turn your Zoom and your Market Teams meeting, your Microsoft Teams meetings into craziness by using all the Snapchat filters. That blog is up on deathwishcoffee.com. It's a lot of fun to write, a lot of fun to research. So hello to everybody. I see Shannon's in the comments. That's awesome. By the way, I can be anywhere I want to be, not just the Simpsons house in their living room. I can be in Doctor Strange's sanatorium. It's really, really rad. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies, and Marvel released a bunch of HD backgrounds for your Zoom conferences, so I downloaded them all, of course, and now I'm just chilling in Doctor Strange's house. But honestly, the place I really want to be and the place I can't be until all this is over is right here. This is literally the brand new studio in the new Death Wish Coffee offices. We were moving there. We were getting everything, put in place and getting ready to move right as, our entire state went on lockdown. In fact, we got 1 day in those offices. I took this photo as I was setting up. This is a giant logo on the back wall. In fact, if you can see, how do I do this? Over there. No, over there is the stool with my camera bag on it, and that's right near the wall. That's how big. I don't even know, 8 feet is this freaking logo. It's ridiculously huge. In fact, when I do start shooting the show in there, I'm never going to be able to frame it like you see right here because you'll never see the whole thing on camera, which is going to be rad. So welcome everybody who's just joining us. This is the update like normal, but we are going to go to Quarantown. I've been having a lot of fun doing the Quarantown, so we'll do that in a little bit. I do want to mention, though, like the top of every show, you guys get something special.
Secret code unlocked. Discount of death.
So, see, everything's scaring me. So, for being a fan of everything we do here at Death Wish Coffee and at Fueled by Deathcast, if you guys go on over to deathwishcoffee.com, you can use the special awesome discount code in honor of Shannon because she's only in the comments and not here for real. I should get her here, she should call in on Microsoft or whatever, and I can, screen grab it or whatever. But in honor of her, you can save 12% off Mother of Content, 12% off at deathwishcoffee.com. on all your orders of the world's strongest coffee and all of our merchandise. And you guys are definitely going to want to use that very soon because tomorrow is the golden ticket of coffee. Now, you guys know what we do with mug releases. the golden ticket releases. We usually do that. We're doing that with coffee. As you know, with the world kind of being on pause, a lot of businesses are out of business at the moment, including Deneen Pottery. We wish them all the best. We love everybody over at Deneen, Niles, and the entire crew, but they've had to shutter their doors for the time being, so that's putting a lot of mugs on hold. Now, I don't know if that's going to really affect our upcoming releases that much. It might. A lot of those were already in the works. We try to, have stuff in the works as we go, because that's the only way business runs, is if you've got a good look at the future. But we'll obviously let you guys all know if there's any changes to upcoming releases as those get closer. But we wanted to do something special during this time that we're all stuck at home. So tomorrow is the golden ticket of coffee. And what that means is that every single purchase on deathwishcoffee.com tomorrow, starting at midnight and running all the way to 11:59, every single purchase will have the chance to win free coffee for a year. Now, normally, on a golden ticket day with a mug, you do the same thing. You would make your order, and that mug would magically appear in your in lucky people's orders that they would order. That's not going to happen, obviously, for a year. We're not going to give you a year's worth of coffee in one order. We're going to parse it out throughout the year. What that means is you're going to get 2 pounds of whole bean or ground or 30 K-cups every single month. And we're going to notify 25, you heard that right, 25 winners on this Friday that they won. So tomorrow, being Thursday, you got to go to deathwishcoffee.com and make a purchase. Anything, a shirt, a bag of coffee, a sticker set, whatever's on there. Purchase something, use that code, and then you're in the running to be one of those 25 lucky people to win free coffee for a year. Can you believe that? Isn't that going to be amazing? Now, I'm trying to deal with the comments as well. I'm seeing you guys are all in here. I love over on YouTube, Dummock Darkness says that he wants to put this giant logo at the bottom of his pool. Do it. Take pictures, then invite me. I love to swim. I'll bring my Death Wish pool float. Did you guys know we made a Death Wish pool float? They're available on the website. And but like I said, with that, all you got to do is go on over to deathwishcoffee.com tomorrow, make a purchase, and you're in the running. 25 lucky people are going to get free coffee for a year. Now, I just want to say, I know a lot of you, when you hear, 2 pounds, a month or 30 K-cups, I drink that in a day. I get it. It's an average amount of coffee for the year, not, us superhumans that I drink a pot and a half sometimes a day myself, especially when I'm at the office because, there's just coffee brewed all day, every day. When I first started working for Death Wish Coffee, I actually started to cut myself off. I used to, around 2 p.m., I would be like, no more coffee, and I'm switching to tea. So if I want, a hot beverage still, I can still have it, but I'm not going to ingest all that caffeine. I threw that right out the window about a year ago, and I'm just drinking coffee all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. So much coffee, which has been keeping me going during this isolation and being stuck at home. But again, I don't have to be stuck at home. I can be in a black void in darkness, or I could be back at the Simpsons house if I want to be. I can be wherever I want. But right now, I'm in your living room, or on your desk computer, or maybe on your phone. We're together. I'm back in Death Wish right now. One thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought turned out really well. Have you guys watched Tiger King? We've talked about this on this live. Tiger King has been sweeping the nation as this crazy thing on Netflix. New episodes coming out very soon, which is crazy. But it was a crazy documentary about some crazy people doing some very, very questionable things to tigers and unfortunate things to tigers and to each other. And we've been having a lot of fun making some memes and seeing other people make memes and GIFs about it and all that stuff. And so we put together something really fun with the help of, once again, the voice of death, Brock Powell, the man, the myth, the legend. He is the most amazing. Helped us put this together and I wanted to show you guys in case you guys missed it because it's up on Facebook. But if you missed it, here is our version of Joe Exotic calling customer service.
Deathwish Coffee Company, this is Caden.
Hello? Hello, Death Wish Coffee. This is Joe Exotic. I'm calling you from prison. I was put here by... I don't want to go into the details. You may or may not have seen a show on a certain streaming platform that has documented my meteoric rise and fall as the Tiger King. I'm calling y'all today. See if you'd be willing to help me send a Death Wish to Carol Baskins.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We can ship to whoever, wherever.
If you need an address, you look up Big Cat Rescue. If you can't find it, I want you to look up Satan, and you will also find Carol Baskins' address. Let me know if you'd be able to help, and also if you could donate to Free Joe Exotic 2020. We're accepting donations. Dylan and my 5th and 6th husband, Toby and Hooper, are all assisting. If you could send a large donation of coffee, that will be appreciated. In a lot of long nights out there, lonely nights. Hey, Death Wish Coffee, just want to say thank you for considering Death Wish. Not often you're able to find a coffee company that also, specializes in murder for hire.
Whoa, no. It's just coffee, man. Deathwish Coffee Company. We world's strongest coffee, and that's kind of what we do. I don't know about all that murder for hire business.
Looking forward to working together in the future. I did air quotes there. I did air quotes, so that's not legal.
All right, Joe. That's cool, man. That sounds good, brother. Why don't you just you give me a call back when you're ready to send more coffee, and I'll be your guy, man. Hope you have a great day, Joe.
So much fun putting that together. I think Brock nailed it. We're gonna we might do some more with that, but Brock is so freaking talented. Follow Brock at Brock Talks across all social platforms. He is so talented. And for anybody with kids, Brock every single day, Monday through Friday, has been going live on Instagram. That's at Brock Talks on Instagram. He goes live at 12:30 Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern time, and he does voice acting lessons for kids. And for the young at heart, like I've done them, they're fun. So if you're looking for something to do with your kids, or if you're just looking for something to do and you're bored, go on over and check out Brock Talks on Instagram every single day at 12:30 Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern time. And so anyway, I want to say one more time. Go on over to deathwishcoffee.com tomorrow. Make sure you make a purchase. You'll be entered to win free coffee for a year. That entire contest runs all day long from midnight to midnight. So anytime you make that purchase, you're in the running, and we'll announce winners on Friday. I did notice in the comments some people were talking about Joe Exotic, Joe Erotic. By the way, I saw that Timmy Medley, very funny. And saying how not only was that Netflix documentary disturbing, but also it showed the world and me that this dude was also a musician and has an entire album worth of songs. Well, I'll tell you guys a little sneak peek. We have been doing, if you don't follow Deathwish Coffee on Spotify, do it. Because not only can you follow Deathwish Coffee on Spotify for amazing playlists, but you should follow Fuel by Deathcast on Spotify too for all of the Fuel by Deathcast episodes. But over on Spotify, we've been making some fun playlists. And this coming Monday, we're releasing one that is tiger-themed. That features a lot of Joe Exotic's music, obviously. So you'll be able to rock out with that with us as well. So the last few weeks, I developed a brand new show on this very platform called Quarantown, and I've been having a lot of fun doing it. So let's go on over to Quarantown. Wait, here we go. Blam. All right. And I even made a little intro for it. We'll see if I can make that happen. Here. So, This has been just a way to have some fun. The basic premise behind Quarantown is that we are all isolated at home, whether we are essential workers still working from home, or just stuck at home. All of us, have to do our part, stay home, stay inside, and practice good social distancing. So we can't travel. Travel's pretty much off the table. But that doesn't mean we can't travel together. So I wanted to create an idea where all of us, from the comfort of our couch or wherever we're watching this, can all travel together and have some fun. And I've always been starting these out in the same place because it's kind of like a good little starting point, because it's so different to see, and that is New York City. This is a live feed right now of Times Square in New York City. And it just boggles my mind every time I see it, because obviously this should be packed with people. I've said on past episodes, 330,000 people a day usually are on foot through this one block area in downtown Manhattan. Obviously, there's barely 30 people there right now. And, these are essential workers that you're seeing. These are people that are supposed to be out there, probably going to and from their jobs or taking a break. But it is really interesting to be able to see the city as it exists right now, because it's very rare that you've ever got to see Times Square like this. I was telling this story recently to somebody. When I was a kid, I used to go down there a lot. And when I was a teenager, was when MTV had their headquarters in Times Square. And I don't know if you guys I don't know how old any of you are, but if you guys remember the show Total Request Live, that was like MTV's like baby in like the mid to late 90s. Early 2000s too, but that's what, where Britney Spears and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and Eminem and all those people would be on it all the time, and Carson Daly used to host it. It used to be right in Times Square, and when the celebrities would be there, it would be pandemonium. And one year, I was down in the city with my mom and my father, but my dad was working, so my mom and I were just kind of bumming around Times Square, and we didn't even think twice about it. And we walked into Times Square, and it was just packed with people. And we're like, what the hell is happening? And it turned out NSYNC was at MTV, and they were waving from the window. But you could barely walk down the streets like that you're seeing right there. You could barely walk those streets because there were so many people trying desperately to get a glimpse of Justin Timberlake's ramen noodle hair, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I do see a comment from Michael over on Facebook. The secret code for tomorrow. There's no secret code for tomorrow. The secret code for the show is Mother of Content. If you go on over to deathwishcoffee.com and use Mother of Content, you can save 12% off of every single order. But tomorrow, every single order you make on deathwishcoffee.com, you're in the running to be one of 25 lucky people picked to win free coffee for a year. So, after going to Times Square, I've been wanting to tour the world with all of you because it's been a lot of fun doing this. So as this loads up, here's a place I've always wanted to go. And Timmy Medley, I hope you're watching, because this is kind of in your neck of the woods. That right there is Abbey Road. It's twilight out there. It's 8:20 p.m., a balmy 60 degrees. Right outside of Abbey Road, but that is the crosswalk that the Beatles shot the famous cover to that famous record, Abbey Road. And what's crazy about this Abbey Road cam is this was installed, I want to say, almost a decade ago at this point. They installed a live webcam there because so many people love to walk across that, and recreate the cover. And take photos of themselves. Like, so you see the cars like driving down the street. That's why the lights are constantly flashing yellow, to be careful for pedestrians who might be in the middle of the street trying to take pictures. But as you can see, nobody is out right now. I was looking at this earlier today, and there was 2 people walking the street. Both of them, we're not going to see an ad for Bloodshot. Are we? We are. Okay. But 2 people were walking the street with masks on. And they did not. I was hoping that they were going to try to recreate the iconic Beatles photo, but they did not. Oh, here's somebody. Are they going to? Nope. They didn't even walk by the crosswalk. Can you believe that? They didn't even walk by the crosswalk. That is just so crazy. So Are you guys Beatles fans? I'm a Beatles fan. I love the band. I don't know what my favorite album is. I don't know if it's Abbey Road. It might be Abbey Road. Rubber Soul's really up there though. So Sgt. Pepper. Fun fact though about Abbey Road is it was supposed to be called Everest. After a coffee, or was it a cigarette? No, cigarettes. It was they were Everest cigarettes. They were going to name it Everest. And then they were going to go and try and get the cover of the album, the photo taken of them on top of Mount Everest, and they couldn't get it done. So because they didn't have the time or the money, so they literally ran out of the recording studio, ran across the street, took that iconic photo, and then renamed the album Abbey Road. Also, Abbey Road is the last album the Beatles ever did together. Such hits as Come Together, Something, which was Something is a great song because it is one of the few A-sides that George Harrison wrote. And obviously, Here Comes the Sun. Great record. And I always wanted to go there. I always wanted to go to Abbey Road. Timmy says it's called a zebra crossing. You Brits, you got cool names for everything. It's a zebra crossing. It's not a crosswalk. I'm sorry, Timmy. Thank you for my my British insider watching along with us over on Facebook. I see a lot of Beatles fans though. Yeah, I agree with Ryan over on Facebook too. Everybody's driving on the wrong side of the road, right? Like it's weird. I don't know. No, we're the weird ones in America. I get it. So, okay, let's try and go somewhere else. Now, this was a place I wanted to look up because it's another place. I'm trying to think of places that are constantly busy. And we'll see if this loads up. This is the famous corner of Hollywood and Vine, obviously in Hollywood, California. Now, as you can see, now let's see if I can zoom in for you guys. Yep. As you can see, this lone person right there walking down the street, probably to or from their essential job, is walking on the Walk of Fame. Those are all those amazing stars. Now, the Walk of Fame obviously is for, giving stars to people in TV and film and music. But did you know that Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins all have a star on the corners of Hollywood and Vine for their TV coverage of Apollo 11? Isn't that rad? They were given that right after they came back to Earth, right after that that historical Apollo 11 mission, and they have stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I've never walked the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I've gotten lost in Hollywood and on Melrose, or on Mulholland Drive a couple times. Got turned around with Dustin a couple times when we were out there. So I've driven down this road a bunch and driven around it, but I've never actually walked it. And one of these days, I'm going to actually walk it. Brian says over on Facebook that he lives in the heartland of Nebraska, and it's actually busier on his main street than it is on Hollywood and Vine right now. And this used to be the heyday of Hollywood back in the day. This is where all the radio and TV stuff was happening. It's obviously iconic, Hollywood and Vine. And it's also haunted Hollywood. A lot of the oldest buildings that are still around, that are still in the area, are considered to be incredibly haunted by some of the oldest stars from Hollywood of yore, which is pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make a trip out there and do like a spooky science series from some of the old Hollywood buildings. That's a great idea, right? Good idea, Jeff. I'm gonna do that as soon as we get out of all of this stuff. Okay, so let's see. Get out of that. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to go someplace completely different, and it might be dark there. So let's bear with me. But we're going to travel the world. Oh, it's beautiful at night. I might have to resize this once I click over, but let's look. I think it's this one. Yes. Oh, it looks perfect. So this is a place I've always wanted to go to as well. This is, there we go, so you can see it a little better. This is the Fontana di Trevi in Rome. It is an incredibly gorgeous fountain, and I wanted to go there now because it is at night. It's 9 o'clock at night over there right now, and so it lit up at night. It just looks so beautiful. It's 86 feet high, this fountain, and it's 161 feet wide, which is crazy. It was built in 1762, designed by the famous architect Nicola Salvi. I got that wrong, probably for all you Italians out there. And I hope that you guys, if you guys have ever been there, let me know. Send me pictures. I've always wanted to go to Italy. Italy's been hit really hard by the entire COVID-19 pandemic. My heart goes out to everybody out there, but it looks like because they've been doing the right thing and staying home, staying safe, and doing the social distancing thing, that they're starting to flatten that curve and get around it. So, fingers crossed that they're going to get out of it okay, just like the rest of us. That main dude, let's see, you can see my little cursor, right? If I put it over, this guy right here, that is Oceanus. And he is the Titan son of Uranus and Gaia, and he is basically taming a bunch of hippogriffs and things underneath him as all of the waters are pouring in around him. So he's like the god of rivers and oceans, obviously. So I've always wanted to go there, and we're all in Italy right now together, so it's a lot of fun. And I did say Uranus, the Shady Bunch over on Twitch. Thanks for catching that one. I said Uranus. I was talking about okay, I'm done. All right. So finally, if this works, let's see if this one works. I'm always curious because I try to vet these cams before. And if you guys have any ideas of where you want to go next on Quarantown, hit me up at Fueled by Deathcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. DM me, leave a comment, whatever you want. Let me know where you want to go. Find webcams for me. I'm going to try and keep doing these shows. Obviously every Wednesday, but I did one of these on Monday if you missed it, and I might try to do another one this week, or at least more next week too. Okay, so I wanted to go here, so we're going to try this one. Let's see. Boom. All right. Penguins. I love penguins. This is thanks again to the amazing webcams at the San Diego Zoo. San Diego Zoo is one of the best zoos in the world because proceeds of all their ticket sales, all of their sales of everything, merchandise, anything, goes to help the World Wildlife Foundation as well as other charities concerning to stop the extinction of animals, to stop cruelty of animals, and to help animals, animal preserves across the world. And I just love penguins. I actually had this cam on earlier, and they were jumping in and out. Now it looks like they're a little tired. But it's so cool to see penguins like in tropical areas like San Diego. Or once when I was a really young kid, I was lucky enough. My parents, bless them, took me on all sorts of trips when I was a kid. Because my dad, I think I told you this last time, he used to work for the state, and he got to fly all over the country doing things for the federal government as well as working for the New York State government. So he racked up a lot of frequent flyer miles. So sometimes he would cash those in and take we get to go every few years on like a big family vacation. And one year we got to go to Hawaii, and it was amazing. I was so lucky. One day I'm going to make it back to Hawaii. But when we went there, the hotel that we stayed in, the adjacent hotel, had a grotto with penguins, and it blew my mind because I was like, we're in Hawaii. Why would there be penguins there? But They love warmer weather. They're just chilling. They're just birds just chilling right now. So I wanted to have some fun looking at some birds, some penguin, as Sean says on Facebook, penguin. And I'm getting all sorts of great ideas about cams for next ones. People are talking about Vegas. Definitely want to. I hear Tahiti's a magical place too, Ryan. Also, the Queen Mary has a cam. That's a great idea. I was looking into more museum. On Monday, I did a museum tour. There's virtual tours of museums, and we went to the Louvre and toured some of the Egyptian wing. So I want to do more of that as well because that was a lot of fun. But yeah, some penguins are having some fun right now. Look at them waddle around like penguins. So cool. Well, I hope you guys had a good time. I'm just trying to have some fun on these lives, do some fun things with you guys, get our minds off all the crazy news. One more time, let me switch scenes again to get out of the penguins. Goodbye, penguins. Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay. We don't need more Joe Exotic. So I just want to say one more time, guys, go on over to deathwishcoffee.com tomorrow. Every single order placed tomorrow has a chance to be one of 25 lucky winners to win free coffee for a month. Or a year. Free coffee every month for a year. Haha, I did it. I said the words right. I've obviously talked way too much on this live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Don't forget to tune into the podcast tomorrow. Brand new Fueled by Deathcast with Troy Sanders from the heavy metal band Mastodon. I had so much fun talking to him. That comes out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are found. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.